All right, folks, we have tomorrow's slate. A lot of games. And it starts off with my bad, Noah. You got it.
Do you, Noah?
The game of the day. By the way, complete fail on college basketball for giving us this slate.
It's horrible.
Like I'm happy with this particular game, but I'm saying this was a terrible job of scheduling. This is why I don't understand the sport. Like, okay, like someone asked me before, they were complaining about Alabama today, and they're like, we got to fix the sport. There needs to be a commissioner. And I'm like, yeah, we've been saying that for like 100 years, but also that's also what saves the sport. Because when you think about you're playing a sport with 360 teams in one division, right? That's the reason why corporate America can't get its hands on all of it. And because they can't even fathom how that's how do we do this? That's what saves the sport. Each conference has their own, and that's what saves the product to me. And same can be said for college football with 136 teams in the FBS next year. But at the same time, poor fucking job. If TV execs are going to put UCLA and Rutgers in the same fucking conference, load us up with great games every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. And this is a failure here. They gave us one game right here. Minnesota is heading into Assembly Hall to take on Indiana. Indiana's laying 10.5. I can't help but lock up Minnesota plus 10.5 because I got to fade Woodson. It's just, I think it's under the Christmas tree over there on an ornament there. Fade Mike Woodson playing double digits, right?
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll join you. Minnesota lost their opener to Sparty, who I think is right there as a contender. I think it's a little bit of a desperate spot to a certain degree. Give me the Golden Gophers to keep this within the number. Lock it up.
There we
go.
One possession. Double lock. I think Indiana will win by like 4 or 5, maybe 6.
I agree. Mike Woodson against a quality team.
And I'll come in and just clear everything that Colby was saying. I agree for the most part, but it is exam week. And after all, we cross our fingers that these are still student athletes and not just, athletes.
Well, look, if you want to bring up exam week, that might matter more when Thomas is playing Boston U at that same time.
I'm just saying, like, that's the reason why we've only got 5 games today. Shorter slate tomorrow. It's like 25.
Wait, the SEC and the Big 10 and the Big 12 and ACC.
They're apparently students, Colby. They're students first.
I do remember reading that essay on Rosa Parks that one North Carolina basketball player wrote. Thought it was fantastic.
Academics number 1. Noah, academics is number 1. Basketball is number 2.
Yeah. I see you on YouTube doing that. And as my father always said, academics before athletics. So, but yes, let me just take the points. Lock it up. Triple lock.
I just want to get. Oh, there we go. Let me play that music. Triple lock on these Gophers. I believe it was. Who was it? I forget the player. I just want to quickly see if I can pull this thing up.
I love Kentucky fans. They're so delusional.
All right, here we.
Who's more delusional, Colby? Kentucky or UConn fans? They're close, man.
Kentucky, because they kind of have a little bit with football.
Yeah.
UConn, I feel like you talk to a UConn fan about football, they're like,
UConn, we hit that Jim Mora over, by the way.
That was my number 1 lock of the year. UConn football is coming, by the way.
Yeah. Those were the 2 easiest overs of the year.
I just want to quote the great institution in Chapel Hill I believe this was under Roy Williams' watch, who I'm sure they'll build a statue for at some point. Back to our earlier conversation. So this is this got graded as an A. This is the whole thesis, the essay that they're supposed to put on, for whatever topic I'm assuming I wasn't in the class, but this is the one paragraph thing that the player turned in for that was an A. On the evening of December, Rosa Parks, no punctuation or anything, decided that she was going to sit in the white people section of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama. During this time, blacks had to give up their seats to whites. When more whites got on the bus, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. Her and the bus driver began to talk, and the conversation went like this, quotations. "Let me have those front seats," said the driver. She didn't give up and told the driver that she was tired of giving her seat up to white people. "I'm going to have you arrested," said the driver. "You may do that," Rosa Parks responded. Then 2 white policemen came in, and Rosa Parks asked them, "Why do you all push us around?" The police officer replied and said, "I don't know, but the law is the law, and you're under arrest." That was the entire essay that got an A. I mean, obviously, shout out to Rosa Parks, but
Wild.
I mean, Roy Williams. But hey, Tarkanian's the criminal. Tarkanian and those running rebels are terrible, right? Those running rebels are terrible. But that and it's even better if you see the punctuation, because on the evening of December, doesn't even say a day. On the evening of the English is just so fucking bad. But hey, shout out to North Carolina basketball. You're such a prestigious university. You care very much about the higher education and the future of the youth. I don't know what the fuck we're triple lock on Minnesota. Next up, Charleston Southern heading to Orangeburg, South Carolina. South Carolina State's laying 1.5. The over/under set at 143.5. These are like two of my darlings of late.
Bulldogs have lost 3 straight,
but they've been covering, buddy.
I know. I think South Carolina State, we locked them up. They lost by 2 last year on the road at Charleston Southern. Bulldogs get it done outright. They're a better team.
Whoa.
This is tricky. This is a 2-point game a year ago. 2-point game.
Southern's the best basketball team right now in the country.
They're
beat Miami. They beat UT Martin. They only lost by 1 to Davidson. They're rolling right now. I'll take the momentum. I'll take the 1.5. That's generous.
You're buying it at the top of the mountain. South Carolina State's gonna drill them.
Here's my angle, Bieniek. I'm with South Carolina State here just because it is a rivalry game. And Southern won by 2 last year. Revenge is on the mind. Give me these Bulldogs. We don't have many games. Battle. Let's go.
You're taking Charleston Southern? All right.
Give me the Bucs.
Dundee, Mac on these Bulldogs in Orangeburg. Bieniek on the Buccaneers. All right. Next up, we jump to Penn, heading to Richmond, Virginia. Take on these Rams. All right, where many in the Richmond area, after seeing the Spiders perform, are saying,
damn it.
The Siegel Center has been one of the sneaky great home court environments in college basketball. VCU is 5-0 at home this year, but they're laying a gigantic number, 23.5. The over/under set at 134.5. I kept taking the points in these games. I'm going to lay it because I've been burned by VCU. I kept taking the points in all these fucking games. I feel like, who did I take the points with? Southern plus 21. Georgia Southern. They lost by 45. I'll take VCU. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to go to this game tomorrow. There's no games going on, so I'm going to go over to the Siegel Center. So.
Oh, yeah. Tweet that shit out from at TCE on SGPN. If you're going to any games, make sure you tweet that out. We're starting a movement. We're starting an army.
Yeah.
God damn it, do it.
If you're at the Siegel Center tomorrow, hit me up. I'll be there. There's literally nothing else going on. I'll lay it with VCU, man. This is a horrible matchup for Penn. They're staples. They're going to get run the fuck out of the building. Give me VCU by 30.
How about this? How about this as a breakdown? Because sometimes we get comments saying these fucking idiots don't break down anything. That's not always accurate.
There's 1,000 games. What do
Yeah.
you want it to be? A 10-hour show, everybody? God
It
damn.
already is a 2-hour, 20-minute
Yeah.
show.
There's
That's what I
5
always
games.
say to everybody that comments.
Penn is 348th in defensive rating. They're also 309th in offensive rating. Well, VCU is 4th in the country in defense. 4th. They're also top 100 in offense. This is going to be a bloodbath. How about rebounding? VCU 62nd. Penn 295th. Yeah, lay it.
I think VCU can name their score. I think that they're not a team that usually fucks around in these bye games too. And to the crowd, says we don't break it down enough. I broke down enough fucking film and analytics for a living for 10 years. I'm taking VCU. It's all this. Right here, baby.
Shout out to Cody Frazier for inspiring
video
this
coordinator
bet.
for 10 years.
Let's bet this. Double lock.
So,
You're going to the game. You got to have action on it.
oh yeah, I'll bet VCU. Have some beers, yelled at him, poured on.
There you go. Buy yourself an AK-47. All right. Look, Norfolk State is laying 2.5 against Hofstra.
Should have gone to this game.
They played last year. Hofstra won by 16, but the spread's only 2.5, Mac. What are they telling me here? Is it have something to do with Sparty being 6-3 and currently first place in the MEAC? Or is it Speedy Claxton and Hofstra not being the same team as a year ago? I can tell you this. Both teams are horrible when it comes to rebounding. But they're both top 100 defensive rated teams. And I'll be honest, I'm going to take a shot on Norfolk State here. I think the line is telling you this. Give me Sparty minus 2.5. No lock, though, in this one. What are you doing here?
So this is Norfolk's first home game since that JMU game. They won that one, so they're coming home from a 6-game road trip. You got Hofstra. I think Hofstra's pretty good. I'm on Hofstra. I'll bet Hofstra. Let's go. I'm going to bet. There's only 5 games.
I'm saying I'm taking Norfolk. You want to battle?
Yeah, let's battle. Give me Hofstra. You got Hofstra.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Norfolk fade tomorrow. Let's go.
We got a battle in Norfolk. Dundee with Sparty. Mac with the Pride. The Flying Dutchman. All right. And just like that, we are on the final slide of the evening.
What a show.
For Abilene Christian. I still gave you 1 hour, 1 hour and 45 minutes of content. Yes, I will stretch out these 14 minutes. Baylor's laying 22.5 against Abilene Christian, and I feel like these Wildcats have been chippy. They just won at New Mexico State. And by the way, how about our New Mexico State play in Albuquerque?
Unreal.
Oh,
Real.
I feel like they should put that somewhere. Put that in a fucking shrine. You know, when I die, you know, like the Egyptians used to do, they used to try to like, they would take all their possessions and put it in their fucking grave, you know, in their tomb. Even those bastards would also put their fucking like live cats in there. Just poor fucking cat. Hey, suffocate to death with me. All right. It's fucking just alive. Hey, sitting here with this gold. All right. You're never going to breathe again in about 30 seconds. But I'd like to be buried with a lot of my wagers. All right. Just give me these tickets. All right. Because in the future, I want people searching for those saying, this pick Dundee bastard. All right. This pick Dundee bastard really got it going. I feel like that New Mexico State one made the cut. Bury me with that New Mexico State one, guys, if I'd go, which I know I'm going to go before you guys because you guys aren't on the edge as much like me. You don't want to flamethrower or anything, as far as I know. But 22.5 points. 20 game time decision is Edgecombe, by the way.
And I think Roach is on the injury
concussion
list
protocol. How do you get a concussion playing basketball? That's fake. Nowadays, you know what I mean? Fucking they really stretch out this concussion thing. You know what I mean?
Protocol. CT.
Goddamn NFL owners ruined it for all of us, right? You know what I mean? They ignore the science. Next thing you know,
yeah.
fucking I hit my head on the window putting up the Christmas tree. Honey, I got a concussion. Look it up. Concussion. I'll take the points. Take the points. No. Do I got to bet on this though, man? Because I feel like if I have to, I'm saying if I have to bet on this, I think I take Baylor then. But I feel like if I'm just picking this game, I like Abilene Christian. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but like I don't really want to bet on this game. With those intangibles, I'm taking the points. I'm betting on the fucking points. Let's go.
Can I talk you into Baylor's side here?
Well, what if these guys don't play?
Well, they've had almost a week to prep for without them, and I'd like to see Baylor, give their depth some experience and give them a game or two here, because it's this. And they have Abilene Christian, Norfolk, and then Big 12 is like shortly after those two games here. But this is Abilene Christian's first game against a P4, the first bye game that they're playing in, and to this point this season, their opponents are shooting 56% effective field goal percentage from 345% against them. Their non-con strength of schedule, 259th.
Yeah, they did lose to Montana State by 26.
So I think you're getting a little bit of a discount for Baylor because people are questioning whether or not they're going to be without some guards tomorrow. Just trust that Baylor's going to show up today. All
right, I'll drink the Kool-Aid that
they're off the UConn loss. Just trust that they're going to go out and beat them by 25.
Right. You swayed me. I'll drink some of that Kool-Aid with that shitty fucking Michigan water in it. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm laying it with Baylor. Baylor beat Tarleton by about 60. They're in the same league here. Like you said, this is Abilene's first bye game. Baylor needs a nice little get right spite off the loss. Disappointing at UConn. Baylor drills them.
Triple lock. Baylor minus 22.5. I'm gonna cut that Michigan. You know what you got to do, Bieniek? You got to throw some vodka in that thing. It'll disinfect.
We've already talked about this.
That Michigan tap water. I'm just saying, when you have that Kool-Aid next time, don't bring that Kool-Aid around me in Vegas. All right, I'm telling you,
almost anything.
I'll put a fucking airport bottle of Tito's in that shit. All right, folks. Best 3 plays of the night. Can we even do this? Give me Minnesota. Yeah, give me Minnesota. Give me South Carolina State, and give me VCU. First 3 games. What are you doing here?
I'll diversify the portfolio here for you. Give me Baylor, give me VCU, and give me South Carolina State.
Are you guys gonna watch any of this Sarah Lawrence Columbia game?
No, I'll be a VCU game.
It'll be at the Francis Levian Gymnasium.
It's on ESPN Plus at 7:00, and unfortunately,
I might tune in for a little bit.
Unfortunately, Charleston Southern, South Carolina State, and Hofstra, Norfolk State might be on.
They got to go to commercials sometime. Check in on, do a wellness check on Sarah Lawrence.
Hey, at least Flow Hoops doesn't have a fucking game tomorrow. By the way, they fucking suck. They fucking suck.
I don't understand. I have their account. I don't understand. I don't understand how they don't hire me to announce the games. I got a broadcasting career. Like, it's like they don't want announcers.
It's horrible.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can't go a game without the mic being unplugged at some point. I was watching one of their football games like 2 weeks ago. Right? And I was joking. With Patty C, how I guarantee you the mic will go out at some point in this game. And like within like 3 minutes, we just had football action. This is a huge game in the CAA, and huge game. And we got like fourth quarter, 7 minutes, no one on a microphone. And it's like, it's amazing that the CAA goes along with it. They re-upped their contract last year with them.
Dude, and it's like, I was watching Northeastern and fucking who was it? Northeastern versus Colgate today. It kept buffering the entire time.
I don't understand. Like, they can
Why
hire
am I paying you? Why am I paying you?
They can hire me, and I will actually handle. Not only will I broadcast the game, I'll handle the audio side of it. Get that right? I will come there, and we will figure out. I'll FaceTime with a few pals from SGPN, and we'll figure out how the mic will not go out for the entire game. I think, and I swear, all you got to do to meet those needs. I don't even need money.
Hire Pick Dundee.
I just need, call 1-800-PICK Dundee. I just need a loaded liquid bar there. All right. If you're going to have me call the games and you're not going to pay me, I demand money.
You got to have a free open tab, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be a dickhead. I won't be ordering $200, Johnny Walker Blue. Just get me. That's what I'm saying. Just get me, I'm a modest guy. We can do this, but they are fucking horrible.
When Colby said that he was going to get to this show to 1 hour, 45 minutes, 8 minutes ago, I was like, there's no way. But I'm actually very impressed that he's stuffed the last 8 minutes with just one game some nonsense.
Well, I
talent, buddy.
Yeah, I prolonged it. I threw the flow.
Yeah.
Hey, progressive insurance flow.
Yeah. Who do you guys got in this Lincoln, California? Lincoln, California is one
my
of the
best bets.
Yeah. You got. I'll talk about Lincoln, California in a second.
How many games did you lock up?
3.
Yeah.
I took 3.
Holy shit! Bieniek has locked up 60% of the board.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
Baylor minus 22.5 off the UConn loss. Abilene Christian. They get baptized here is my prediction. Minnesota plus 10.5. Just fade the Woodson train. It's a cash cow when you do that. And then Charleston Southern plus 1.5 against South Carolina State. Lock battle.
There we go. Let me get you a. Remember when Doug Gottlieb said this? By the way, what'd you guys think of Doug Gottlieb sitting?
Well,
I loved it.
It came out today. I don't know if Mac saw this either. So Anthony Roy tweeted out that he missed a shoot around.
Yeah, he apologized. He did a nice little apology.
Yeah.
You remember when Doug Gottlieb said this?
Mac was giving him the benefit.
Kenny the Jet Smith, Sir Charles Barkley.
Yes.
Welcome back to New York, guys, and it's going to be a good night.
I think we're going to have 4 terrific games tonight. I really do think that they're going to be pretty evenly matched, as it should be for Sweet 16.
Cream rising to the crop. I don't know why you guys asked me. I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of man's perspective on things from point guard position. No.
Hold on. We got to talk about this. When he feels embarrassed with the statement, it doesn't go over well. Then he tries to dive deeper into it. My favorite part. Hold on, let's go back to it.
Hey, Doug Gottlieb, Kenny the Jet Smith, Sir Charles Barkley. Welcome back to New York, guys, and it's going to be a good night.
I think we're going to have 4 terrific games tonight. I really do think that they're going to be pretty evenly matched, as it should be for Sweet 16.
Cream rising to the crop. I don't know why you guys asked me. I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective on things from point guard position.
On things. That's the best part. He rattles up on things point guard position. You guys know. You guys know what I'm talking about here.
Doug Gottlieb, Kenny the Jet Smith, Sir Charles Barkley. Welcome back to New York, guys, and it's going to be a good night.
I think we're going to have 4 terrific games tonight. I really do think that they're going to be pretty evenly matched, as it should be for Sweet 16.
Cream rising to the crop. I don't know why you guys asked me. I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective.
This is the best.
Point guard position. No.
Hey.
Kenny Smith. How you guys?
No, I'm just checking, man. I'm just checking. You jumped right into it. You swam hard. Upstream, I'm at that.
We'll get you back before the end of the night.
So for me, it's
what's that?
That reminded me. Gottlieb reminded me of Booger today. He fucking told a joke and fucking Herbstreit. You would have thought his fucking mom died with the way that he reacted when Booger goes. They start off the college football playoff committee and they go, "All right, Booger, what are you thinking?" Booger's an idiot. Don't get me wrong. Whatever he.
I like Booger, man. I like Booger.
I like Booger a lot more today. He goes, "Are they going to choose the brand or are they going to go with what happened on the field?" And then Saban and Kirk, you would have thought somebody shot their fucking mom or something.
They're company men. They're company suits.
Oh my God.
Saban's got a lot of interest down there with the statue of him down there in Tuscaloosa.
And Kirk goes, I don't even know what that means. Is that what's on social media or low hanging fruit? I was like, shut the fuck up, Herb Street. My God.
It was awkward. It was very awkward.
Joke, you fucking pussy. Good Lord.
The best part, though, Gottlieb, if it would have been just normal if he said, "Oh, I'm here to bring the cream rise to the top. I'm here to bring diversity to the set."
Yes.
I think it would have still been a little awkward because he came right in with it. But even worse is when you try to explain it. Then after he's like, "I played point guard. It's one of my favorite clips. I listen to it way too often." Folks, we're at 144. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Shout out to Avetta who did Kirk's unbearable. Yeah. I mean, I as a dog lover, I feel bad that he lost his dog, but at the same time, God, I can't take his opinion on a lot of stuff with football related. Moneyline Mac's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And Lincoln, California. I was going to talk about this, Mac. They're playing San Jose State. Gary Payton was their coach. A lot of people think this university is a pyramid scheme. It might be. It might not be. It's in Oakland, California. They don't have a home stadium. They just play road games. It's kind of fascinating. Gary Payton was their coach, but then he didn't get paid, so he stopped coaching. It's funny how that works. He just stopped. Wait, you guys didn't pay me. And I think he's suing the school now, too. Anyway, I like San Jose State big tomorrow night. Tim Miles gets over on the Oaklanders of Lincoln, California. Till next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. One.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely because leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taking to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb and hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spice. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pit. Of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the head. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause the season goaler moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just the words of the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality, I lost to a legend. Theoretically, I'm best friends with Uncle Sam. In reality, I've never even met him. Now, one day my potential may become reputation. Until then, I'm still a work in progress. I suggest you question what I'm saying. If anything, you become familiar with the process. My agenda may suit your needs. When I say your Bill of Rights has been ripped to shreds, but if it defends what you believe, hold dear to your truths and scream fuck seeds. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're